We say what they can't radio.
Welcome to Groucho and the Gentleman Podcast. We getting it in. Enjoy.
Olivia Newton just died, right?
Natalie? What's her name? Olivia?
Olivia Newton.
Olivia Newton-John.
said Valerie
Did I say
Bertinelli.
Olivia Newton-John.
Wow, you rocking the song.
I get them mixed up. Y'all know what I mean. Tribute to this woman.
Yeah,
She's fantastic. Yes.
Shout out to I think Ja Rule and Ashanti who shot a video, inspired video.
Inspired by this, yep.
And we're not gonna talk about the mess that Ashanti and Irv is into. Unless y'all want to later. But.
I don't even know what it is. So, anywho.
Welcome back. Episode 5.
Yes.
Groucho and the Gentleman.
Indeed.
JP Groucho.
KW. The Gentleman.
He's back on the right side.
I'm back on the right side, guys. I'm back on the right side.
So he's back to be the W.
I'm back to be the W.
And we got Ali on the mic,
What up, everybody?
Mike, I don't know if you want to let the clock run so we don't, because we will be here 2 hours.
We can do this all night.
But yeah, so we back, yo. We appreciate everybody for the love and support y'all have been giving us.
Yes, thank you.
We loving the feedback. Keep giving us more feedback.
So we can only get better and better every time y'all see us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your comments when I see you, because I do see you and I hear you talk.
Right. Same here. Shout out to Eli, our last guest, our first guest.
Yes, Eli. Thank you.
You get a lot of feedback on him. He did a great job. And we just gonna keep the ball rolling,
All right.
What y'all been up to?
What have I been up to since, what's it been, 2 weeks? What's it been, how long has it been?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, about 2 weeks?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
I don't know, just enjoying the summer, man. I mean, it's hot.
Yeah, that's why I'm a short sleeve, like no sleeve.
Listen, we're all in summer gear. I'm not.
And I'm in here freezing. If y'all can see me.
It is a little cold, but I'll take this over the heat outside.
I don't got no AC in my crib, so this feels great to me.
What happened?
Blasphemy.
Nah, I just.
Is it the Caribbean thing, or you just don't want to pay the bill? Which is
both? Yeah.
Both. We know how that goes. The Caribbean
got
fan.
the box fan in the window.
An old school fan on my own. I got my own personalized fan.
Yeah,
it blows on me. I'm good.
You know what? I actually prefer the fan over the air conditioner. The air conditioner makes you sick.
Right.
So, and as a Caribbean.
It's crazy. Fans do that to me. Like,
really?
It's blowing in my face.
Well, yeah. If the fans blow in your face, definitely make you sick. But that's all I've been doing. Just enjoying the summer.
If the fans blow in your face,
what?
Yeah,
I don't know where that one's going. I'm gonna leave this up to Groucho to explain But that's all I've been doing.
This
just
episode will not be about glizzies.
We're not talking about glizzies. But apparently everybody talks about glizzies these days. I was watching a podcast where they mentioned it the other day. But was it not podcast? What was it? What's his name? Charlemagne the God. Yeah, he was talking about it. But,
he's a long night glizzy alley.
Okay. Charlemagne, I didn't say that.
Here we go.
So anyway, what have you been up to?
Shout out to Charlemagne because we go into his
Yes, Charlemagne, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, his podcast event.
We'll be there. We'll be there, and we'll. No, we're not going to talk about the glizzy.
You like?
Anyway, JP, what have you been up to?
I'm just preparing for this party I got going on.
Oh, you wearing the shirt? Oh man,
Yep,
okay.
bad.
Oh, I like that. That's
By the
nice.
time this airs,
Is it on the back too? Oh,
No,
the date.
Yeah. By the time this airs, everybody watching this, you're free. Just tell me you watch this podcast, RSVP. You saw this podcast, you get in free, and we should be having a good time. KW is gonna be in the building.
Listen, I'm a special guest.
I'm gonna miss this one, man.
Unfortunately, Ali won't be in the building. She gonna be across seas.
She's
Yes,
gonna be
I'll
in
be on the other-
luxury,
yes.
baby. Luxury.
I'll be in Bali, man.
Yes,
I'll be in
Bali. Bali, indeed. Listen, I heard Bali. Great things about Bali. I heard it's really beautiful there. You better take advantage of that. Relax, release.
I am 10 days. 10 days.
10
I've
days.
never-
That's nice.
No, that's a good
nice.
amount of
That's
time.
a good amount of time.
You have
How long is the flight?
How long? The total flight is about 22 hours, but we have a 6-hour layover in Dubai. So we're going to take advantage of the Dubai airport, too.
22 hours.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken a flight that long?
Nah, the longest is to St. Vincent, and that's like what 6 hours, I think.
That's about the average
Yeah,
flight.
my
right?
longest was to Japan. That was 16 straight.
I never did 16.
I don't think I ever.
That was 16 straight. Then I did Hawaii. That was about 12, and that was straight. And them joints is no. But listen,
Apparently
I
I'm
gotta
not
get up and
traveling
see the
far
world.
enough.
How
I
long
gotta
is
get
it?
up and get up out of there.
I think
man.
about only 7
Yeah.
hours, really.
7 to where?
The UK, and
Oh,
that was because of the time. The
Time
the
difference.
time difference. So
So this weekend I got to spend some time with my OSG family, my Off School
Yes.
Grounds family. Shout out to
Yes.
brother Dennis McKeezy, CEO, First Lady Denise McKeezy. We did our second annual OSG barbecue out at Brother Akbar Cook's house. You know, OSG is just a coalition of just dope educators trying to do dope and revolutionary things for these kids throughout the country. You know, so we had a great time this weekend. We had a barbecue on Saturday, brunch on Sunday, and just so if Lays Elliott is out there watching, he got his ass busted in spades by Power now. We can't.
that's
you know,
what I
leave
saw
that
on
to-
your
yeah,
IG.
yeah.
Can you play spades?
No.
I'm not surprised.
But you know what though? I'm not ashamed. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of
Right.
people that know how to play spades. So,
But you can
Hey,
play
I admit
dominoes.
it. Huh?
But you can play dominoes.
I can play dominoes.
Right. See, that's a cultural thing.
I mean, I'm not the best at it, but I can play. I mean, I'm not.
You're not slamming them
I'm not
down?
slamming nothing. But
Oh, what?
So like, well,
Oh,
no, I'll break the table. That's
half
it.
the battle playing.
I can do it, but I'll break the table.
you play
Yeah.
by points or matching?
Points. Yeah, I'm a civilized guy.
You play by points or matching?
I play by put the numbers with the numbers. I'm American.
See, that's the difference between Americans.
I told you it's a
Caribbean.
cultural thing. I put the numbers with the numbers. I'm not reading the domino. I gotta play with a partner. Not trying to figure nothing out. I'm gonna gently slide my domino next to. If your one is showing, my one is showing up next
She's
to it.
playing
That's
like
all
the Queen
that's
of
happening
England.
with me. Now spades, I'm a beast.
I mean, it looks like y'all had fun though. I was looking
Yes,
at your
we
IG
did.
story, and it looks like that was a serious game.
Yeah, it
That was a
was.
serious. Every time I see a a spades game at a barbecue or a cookout, it gets intense,
Absolutely.
like intense.
Absolutely. And your partner better, but you know, shout out to my partner Power, Samantha Pugh. We was in
Yeah.
this is a rivalry between us. And I don't think y'all understand. It's a rivalry between us, me and Power and Lays, and whoever he sit down at the table with, because he swear he all that, but he really not. And we just had to let him know.
This sounds like a war.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's continuing on Sunday. That's how much of a war this is.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a part 2.
Yes.
Part 2.
Part 3, part 4.
Wow, y'all crazy.
We serious about this.
See now, you know what? Now,
See, I want to get involved. Y'all put money up.
$50 a man.
I
See,
enjoy
that's-
watching
that's what I'm
like,
talking
these
about.
matches, these games, because it gets so intense. Like to the point, sometimes I get afraid though. Like, I gotta tell
As you should be.
because people start doing things, you know.
Some of my cousins have like started like, yo, why y'all fighting?
It's crazy. I mean, they get serious, man. They get, but that's that's part of the summer too,
Yeah,
right?
that's part
That's
of
part
the
of the
summer.
one
You just
thing-
gotta make sure you don't fight with your partner.
Well,
Sometimes you can get really upset with your partner. You just gotta make sure you don't fight because that changes the momentum of the team.
yeah.
I love
yeah.
to see when partners are starting to beef and I'll start to pick at that tension like, yo, they don't believe in you.
Yo, you stop
Ah,
picking
you
at
one of those
anything
people?
intentionally, yo. You stop picking at. Yo, you are the number one instigator,
Oh,
yo.
JB,
You are the
that's
number one grouch, yo.
Groucho.
That's how you get
You are the
them.
number one, yo.
That's how you get them, that's how you win.
Well, listen.
I'm a great spades player. Let's do a spades tournament one day.
Yeah, I'll
I'm here
watch.
for it.
You say
Yeah.
what they can't spades tournament.
Yo, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Last time we went to Holes, we was playing spades.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about when I was getting in the head of those two partners, I think they were.
I'm sure somebody out there is playing spades right now in the park, somewhere, or in the
Salute to
backyard.
all the spades players out
Yes,
Shout
yes.
out,
there.
shout
You can't
out.
raise your glass. You're not a spades player.
Well, I can salute them. I mean, but anywho, anything else going on this summer for you?
My homegirl got married. Shout out to her.
Oh, nice. When this weekend?
Like 2 weeks ago. You didn't come to Coney Island with us. Like
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
I didn't. I admit it.
Did
I
not.
didn't. Okay. Look, I'm
Did
gonna make it to Coney Island. I just,
Somebody's
listen.
winding down, bro.
The time needs to be right, guys. All
For
right.
what? Like,
I need to feel it. Can you
What?
feel
Uh-uh.
it? Listen, I do things when the spirit moves me, and so I enjoy it even more. Amen.
So what kind of spirit you feel like you have to be in to go to
You know what? Look, things. The universe all has to align properly for me to
The
You know.
universe was aligned that day. It was a beautiful day.
Was it though?
You know,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
It was-
I mean, you know,
we went to what was that?
L&B, Spumoni Garden.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, the pizza was good.
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
good
maybe you
pizza.
were telling me about it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's exactly why I want you. And even though it's technically not in Coney Island, it's a stone's throw away. You can't.
Yeah.
I can't pass and go to Coney Island.
Well, you know what,
without
Al?
stopping
When
for
you come
us
back
this
from
way.
Bali,
All right.
you know, I'm down. I'll
Okay.
go.
That Friday.
That Friday she comes back. She can't go to Bali. That
No,
Friday she comes
that Friday of the
Oh,
week.
after.
Yeah.
After. Okay, why's it gotta be a Friday?
Alright, whatever.
Anyway, moving on. So, guys, I
at
didn't
least
go.
he's not going.
I'm going. No, I'm gonna go. I am going. I am going because it's the only way I'll get into.
And now you
Leaving
gotta
Alone.
get on a ride too, because you never been.
Oh, I don't mind. No, I love the rides.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah,
getting
I'm
on
a huge ride fan.
How
so
you
Huh?
hyping him up to get on? He's like, you got to get on right there. No, I'm getting on.
right. And
What
then
was
it yeah,
that?
going on
because he never been on a ride.
dude,
I
I
live
love
by
amusement parks.
Jersey, remember?
Great
I mean, he lives in
Adventures,
Great.
Six
we
No,
live
Flags.
by
I
Great
mean the
Adventure.
Coney Island
Oh,
ride.
Coney Island ride.
Well, remember
Kevin will do the Wonder Wheel with me since somebody punked out.
I'll do that, and I will do that rickety old
No, mm-mm.
Cycle, yeah.
Yeah, no,
You
I
and
love
Al-
that shit.
You and
Okay.
Ali are
I
gonna
lo-
do.
No,
both of
there's no
those.
you and Allie. I'm cheerleading on the side
I
of the cyclone.
love roller coasters. I love the worst ones. Those are like the best.
And I'll do the haunted house this time.
Come on, let me tell you something. Those are corny, man. Those are
That's the only-
foolishness. See that's what you're going to. You
So
know what to
no,
expect.
here's the thing. Let's scratch the cyclone. If the three of us go, the three of us have to commit to getting on.
Yeah.
Scratch the cyclone. You could do that.
No
on your own.
cyclone. All right, that's
you can
fine.
do that on your own.
All right.
But choose another ride that the
We can
three of
all
us-
go on?
Yep. And then the three of us do the Wonder Wheel. Then the three of us do the haunted house.
Now let me ask you a question. Do they test? Make sure these things are secure. These rides.
It's Coney Island.
What does that mean?
No.
No, they
Sound
probably
like you
have.
don't know
I
what
know, no. They probably have inspections along the way, but I'm just saying, like,
Because and the reason why I asked that question was, you see, I shouldn't be watching this, but there was a kid recently. I forgot what park he was at, and he fell out of the thing, and it was a big guy. I'm like, how did he fall out of the thing? And it was a big fella, and fell out of the thing.
that's why he was
Yeah,
big.
he's a big fella. He was big, muscular, or big like
No, like
weight-wise?
big, yeah,
Big man.
big,
Wide body.
big man, a big man. No, nothing against big.
We can't say the word fat no more.
No.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Why not? I don't like this. I don't like why we can't say certain words.
I mean, look. you
Fat
could
is-
say it, but but people get offended so easily.
exactly.
You gotta
That's not a
you
problem.
gotta-
But that's if you're fat, then if I'm skinny.
You know
or
what? I
if-
feel like you sound like me these days. I got. I feel like we flipped roles here.
No, you the one who trying to be. I'm trying to be like, yo.
Now
Okay,
you know
I
what
am
it
not
is?
a
I think
fattest.
so. Like I'll say my fat ass all the time. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we don't know. Y'all ain't seen me yet, but I'm first and foremost, I'm cute as shit.
I don't
But
think you're
I'm
fat.
thick.
She's not fat, guys.
I'm thick,
Okay.
right?
Right. Exactly.
So
right.
I'll say it to me, but
I say
I'm
I'm
not-
fat too.
I'm not
You're
gonna
not fat.
point out somebody else because I don't know how secure somebody
Right,
else is
right.
with themselves.
But- Right,
That's
I
all
agree
I'm
with
saying.
that. I agree with it, but we don't know this person that he's talking about. So, why
So he was fat on the ride.
I
He
know,
fell out.
but you never know where this podcast can reach, and all of a sudden they heard.
No,
him
we're
talking
talking
about
to you,
his son.
fat guy who fell off the.
He dead.
Oh.
He's dead.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
You
Yeah.
should have led with that.
Yes.
You didn't hear about the
That's the
fat guy
first
that died.
thing-
I mean, you didn't hear about the big
Well,
guy
I mean,
that
what do you
died
think's
on the
gonna
ride.
I would have had that.
What do you think is gonna happen when the thing opens? Gonna drop out of it.
No, he might have fell close to the ground. The way you made it sound like he survived.
And it was the happier thing.
Anyway,
Wow.
yeah. So
All right, my
Even Mike
apologies,
was
bro.
trying to get us out the road. He was like, he's dead.
he did. I'm so sorry for the family.
My
For your loss.
yes, my condolences.
Apologies.
Seriously. my condolences.
But yeah. So anything else, guys?
Where do we go from here?
Well, I wanted to talk about, look, summertime in Brooklyn, to me is always a good time, regardless of the hot and humidness that goes on. There's just a lot of things going on around here.
Right.
So I was talking to these guys here about some of the things
And gals. you
and
know.
gals, guys and gals.
There you go now trying to be political. You
Oh,
trying
now
to
you
redeem
wanna be
yourself
able
from
to
the
get
dude
around.
that died.
So I tried to find things to do. Look, I love my neighborhood. I'm not gonna tell you where I am, but
Brooklyn.
just Brooklyn. But so they have these
On the corner of. Sorry.
so one of the things. So I'm a night owl, guys. Right. So I mean, I survive during the day because I got to get paid. But
I hear that.
so I can
Like you're a
part.
prostitute. What are you doing?
Anyway, so one of the things that I've been getting into lately is these after hours parties. So it's basically after the bars close at like 3 or 4 or whatever. So you have these.
These
places-
are illegal, right?
Not necessarily. No.
Yes, they
No.
are.
These are legit places, not these underground ones. These are the ones I go to. Legit.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
legit. And they're pretty cool. So I've been kind of getting into those a lot this summer. They're and then I go to bed at like 8 in the morning. So
Shout out to
fun.
the after spots. That's
Yes. But anyway, that's one of the things I've been doing.
Kevin
this summer.
has the most energy in the world. Y'all don't understand. The gentleman has the most energy in the world. Dude, walk fast. He talk fast. He party fast. He has the most energy. Because me,
But come Sunday though, Allison, you know what happens.
you're dead to the world. That battery has to be
You gotta
recharged.
recharge.
That battery
I am
has
out.
to
I'm like,
recharge.
leave me alone.
'Cause y'all know me. I could be in the house up to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be out in the streets. Till
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning. That's a real struggle for me.
Yeah.
That's a real struggle.
It is a difference because when you're out, you're drinking.
Yeah.
You're
And I need time
moving.
to come into the house to decompress.
Yeah.
And then I got to run out into these world with these crazy kids. I'm
Yeah.
like, nah.
No, it makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't need decompression hours. I just wake up the next morning like, oh shit, I'm home. Hey, nigga, we made it.
What else we got on here, JP?
You wanna get-
Groucho.
You want to get to some topics?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to some topics.
There's
Why
a
don't you
big
start
one
off?
that's hitting the news.
What happened?
There's a big one that's all over
the
the news.
monkeypox?
Man. There's monkeypox,
the
man.
monkeypox. So
It's kind of a scary kind of.
I think the planet's trying to take us out.
Is the planet or the man-made disease?
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
I'm not. I don't even know. That's a rabbit hole right there.
Is this an
or a
evolved-
monkey hole? I don't know. But whoa.
Lord have mercy.
Is
Every week.
the monkeypox an evolved chickenpox?
I think they're all part of the from
Pox
what I've heard,
family.
not the pox family, but part of that COVID.
Right.
I
I don't know if it's the
Nah,
COVID.
COVID is
No, not COVID, but they're all the viruses are all cousins or some shit or something like that.
That I don't know. But I
Yeah.
just know, like, thinking about the word pox is because you get the actual.
Leprosy.
And these ones look like they're huge on your skin.
Yeah. Look worse than chicken pox.
Yeah, they're a
I
lot
think,
worse.
The crazy thing is you see all of these memes out here, be like, yo, we are right being outside with COVID that can still kill us, but we just don't want to look ugly outside with monkeypox. Like that's
Right.
crazy.
That's a
'Cause
good
it is-
point.
And the other thing I'm gonna truly say about this, I gotta get serious sometimes. I just don't like, and I'm not a scientist. I just don't like how it's kind of like being marketed as kind of like the gay man's disease.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
That's the same thing they did with AIDS. With
AIDS.
us.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
hear on the news earlier today that they were talking about like 95% of the virus lives in a man's sperm, right?
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
and that's the biggest way of transmission.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear that
But-
part. Yeah.
and that still means anybody can get it,
Right.
right? So
That's what. Yeah.
And I understand that we want to keep everybody safe, but when you market it as a gay man's disease, in a sense,
Yeah.
what stigma do you put on them? Like that's not fair. Like we can't.
Well,
do
we're
that.
repeating the whole AIDS
Right.
Right, that's
situation, right? I
that's-
mean, even Anthony Fauci was saying, that we got to stop, with the stigmatism. It's because anybody could.
And
Just-
the fact that
yeah.
we're just coming, we're on the tail end of a pandemic. Like, to be honest with y'all, like, New York City schools ain't even talking about this joint yet. We coming
That
back to
is
school
true.
in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. How are they going to address
What's
that?
the cleanup
That's
plan?
a really good point.
I don't know who really is talking about it, because if you don't watch the media, you wouldn't know about it.
We talking about?
I mean, I listen to radio all day, so I hear it all day. all
Right,
day.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it goes back to, I ain't gonna get that deep with y'all because that's what they did with us with COVID. Notice the numbers with COVID is pretty much the same as they were when they shut us down,
Yeah.
but nobody's not talking about COVID no more.
I think people are talking about COVID. I think the biggest difference between this and COVID is that because so many people are vaccinated
Mhm.
and less people are dying from COVID. right? So we
Yeah.
don't see it as that much of a threat. And plus, we're kind of tired of it. But I think people, because if you watch the news, they're still talking about it. They're
Yeah.
still throwing how
Okay,
many
people are still
cases out
dying, yeah.
there.
But
They're
you
still
but you can't die from monkeypox.
Well, that's the point, right?
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
kind of squeamish because it's an ugly disease.
Right.
It looks disgusting.
Right.
And
So maybe that's why they're not covering it as much because
And there's already a vaccine for it.
right.
Yeah. What?
How they do that? It just came.
No, well,
No,
it's,
I think they used a variant of like the smallpox and
Yeah,
the chickenpox
yeah.
vaccine that already exists.
And how they know that worked already?
I mean, testing on monkeys. I don't know.
No, but I'm
Exactly.
Listen, I'm here the same way my little ass signed up and stood online for that COVID vaccine. I'm starting to say, listen,
Sign up for the
You-
monkeypox.
standing right there.
Well, my card says I have the COVID vaccine as well.
Yeah, what?
Here we go. Next topic.
All right. Well, monkeypox. We hope not to see you soon, ever.
Yes, please get out of here. And if you got it, hopefully speedy recovery to you.
Yes. Yes.
And you got to quarantine for a longer time
Oh, do you really?
because you have to quarantine until like all of the scabs fall off.
Oh, Jesus. But I understand quarantining from monkeypox because that's literally touch somebody
Right.
and.
See, that's
Same
the
with
thing.
COVID. That's literally breathe on somebody.
See, well, so what they're saying, so that's more highly transmissible with the breathing, right? With this, you really got to literally be touching up on something, right? With COVID, you just walk into somebody breathe on you, so you're done, party done. So maybe I should be going to those after hours spot.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
You better walk with a gang of wipes, yo.
But you would see the person. You shouldn't be in the after hour spot if you have monkeypox, like because once you walk in and I see you got monkeypox, I'm like,
But
well,
what if you think that your little 3 spots on you right now, 3 mosquito bites?
nah, I wouldn't think that.
and
I get one mosquito bite, I'll be scared. I'm like,
well, what I heard too is that everybody's reaction to it's different. So everybody's not gonna have these big old boils and stuff. So
oh, just like COVID, everybody is not gonna be sick.
well, COVID doesn't have any real physical
Right, that's
thing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. But with the monkeypox, for the most part, you're gonna see something if it's for most people, but not everybody. So but anyway,
we'd rather die than look ugly is the point.
yeah, we're pretty vain, us humans.
I'm
Anyway.
getting my vaccine. I'm staying away from all of it.
Yes, stay in the house, Al. Stay in the house. I'll party.
I'm
for you.
outside. Exactly.
You out and bad. August 20th. Day
We
party.
outside.
Let's go.
That's why. That's why.
You know what's funny? Like I love when you text me like we outside. And that's all she has to say. I'm like I'm there.
I will find wherever.
I will find wherever you are. I already know where you at.
You around the monkey.
That's all she texted me, guys. We out. We outside. I'm like, okay, I'm there.
My
I
water
literally
holes
don't
are
even
very
ask for where-
limited. Exactly. My water holes are very limited.
Anyway, there was
Man.
another thing you wanted to talk about today.
I can't.
No,
talk
you
about
got to
it.
talk about this because I need to know. I
I didn't do enough research to be fully educated, but from what I understand is that there's artificial intelligence suing the government for its rights
All right.
to
So-
be respected as a
As a living
Yeah.
sentient being.
yeah.
So we've had situations like this. Never one I've heard of with artificial intelligence, but animals, where they're suing for their
So there's a person suing on behalf of
on
the
behalf of.
Oh,
the
and the same
animal.
thing with the artificial
So, okay,
intelligence.
because that's what I was trying to
Oh,
figure out. I was
okay.
like, was the machine suing?
Oh.
Sent out a text,
animal.
So that's what I'm trying. But it's not far fetched.
Right,
Really.
right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not anything I don't.
I didn't
think.
hear about that. So the animal is,
Oh yeah, they've had a few of those cases. I think.
but I guess that's animal rights, so I
Right.
can understand that.
Yeah, and I mean, think about it. I think one of them had to do with a monkey. Speaking of monkey pox, no, but one had to do with that. And think about it, monkeys are pretty smart,
Right.
right? So I
Remember,
think
people went crazy when they killed Harambe.
Who was Harambe?
Yeah, I don't remember that. They
I
killed
remember kind of that story, but not really.
When was this?
gorilla.
When was this?
a couple of years ago, at least maybe 10 years ago.
Was it a monkey or orangutan?
I think a orangutan or a
Orangutan.
gorilla or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, those I can kind of see, right? Because monkeys or the monkey family or whatever ape family, there's some intelligence there. So I can kind of see an argument there somewhat. But when it comes to artificial intelligence,
Right. What?
It's not living.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
we built it.
Right.
Right. So I think from what I understand from the story, the artificial intelligence feels like it's living. So the lawyer is trying to be like, since it feels that way, then
But how does it know? Well, so how does this person or these people know that it's feeling that? Is
because
it
it's saying that.
on its own without?
Right, without, but that's
Huh.
what artificial intelligence is, which is kind of scary. Which is why people is kind of scared of artificial, because they're programming it to develop itself.
To learn? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as it's learning, it's putting these things that's
Right.
human.
And I think let's just look at the name. It starts with the word artificial,
Right.
Right.
right? So it's
And that might be part of his argument. Like, don't call me that. And it goes back to,
oh,
it
here we
goes
I
go.
am
back
a sentient being.
Can't call people midgets. We can't call people retarded. Can't call them fat.
Yeah.
Don't
Well, you-
call a machine artificial.
But don't call me no machine.
don't call me no machine. I am a shining silver.
I am a shot that lives forever. Okay, my bad.
They gonna outlive the human.
Yeah, right. You're like, but don't call me that. Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
So it's
You
a,
know.
it's a crazy times.
But listen, this is not something I think is gonna go. This is gonna probably come up and more as we go on, and as we get better with technology.
right.
This is probably going to happen.
Mhm.
It's inevitable. I'm not saying it's probably going to happen now. Maybe 100 years, 200 years, something.
I don't even think that far out.
You know that far? Right? I mean, yeah. I mean, listen. Artificial intelligence has come a long way.
Wait.
This little thing that we have in our hand.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, you can't. Just the fact that we talking about it, they're like, yo.
Yeah, and it's listening right now. I
So
heard you
you-
talking about me back in the day.
It's like, yo, don't be
Right.
talking about my brother like that.
FBI gonna show up on this like we had Mar-a-Lago. Mm-mm. I'm shutting up. Don't freeze my bank account.
We sent the FBI to his house. But I mean, no. Listen, that is a topic I think we're going to hear more and more about. You
Yeah,
know,
so
as we advance.
Yeah,
And
but I remember one time had this. You think we're gonna have How much longer you think we have paper money?
Oh.
That's about to be done.
That's going to be done soon. Like I think
That's about to be done.
max 50 years.
I remember reading a
50
book
years?
in
I'm not pushing.
I don't even
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even think that long.
Yeah.
I remember reading a book. So you know how, like the 5%ers used to stand downtown Brooklyn.
You know
and
what
sell
5%
little
are?
books?
No.
Okay.
So they're what's the word, sector of Islam.
And what's their
The black man is God. Those people that be shouting the black man is
Oh,
God.
and they wear
Right.
the
Right.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had these numbered books, and I remember purchasing one. And this was easily 1995, easily.
Mhm.
And there was I wish I still had this book. There was a section in the book that talked about the cashless society, right? And it talked about like how transportation was going to be made cashless, debit cards. It talked about even
Mhm.
microchipping and stuff. And the crazy thing
Which is
about
coming
it
soon.
is, which is happening as well. And they talked about how what they would do to appeal to humans, especially with like microchipping. Let's put it in our animals and our elderly first.
What?
So you can find your animals if they get
Oh, right
lost,
now, yeah.
and then you can
Right.
find the elderly if they have dementia or Alzheimer's. And then I also remember, and you can YouTube this, people. There was a Duracell battery commercial that came out.
Duracell.
Isn't it
Easily
Duracell?
again, Duracell, whatever
yeah.
it's called.
What?
Duracell?
Duracell,
You know,
Duracell.
you listen, sir.
right? This commercial battery comes out, and it's about a little boy being lost in a park, but he's microchipped, and his mother's able to pull out a remote to find him. You can YouTube this commercial, and this commercial easily is about 10 years ago. So I believe that the cashless is like, think about it, no toll booths.
Mhm.
The token booth people, when we go there, we're not
That
getting
whole
tokens,
thing is
we
a
get a
scam.
MetroCard,
Yeah.
or you got to go over to the token booth stand, the little ATM
They already
machine
telling
thing.
you. The last time I was in the train station, it was like, there's no cash in the booth. It was a sign. that
Well, you
said-
know, they used to rob those.
Yeah, I
tools,
know. Not that I know, but
Yeah. But yeah, that stuff is not far fetched at all. I mean, cashless.
I give it 10 years or less.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would probably give it 10, 15, maybe 20.
Yeah, at most
20.
I'd say 20.
Yeah.
Because I can easily go over a month without physically touching cash.
Or
Oh, easy.
I like having cash. So
I like carrying a little something,
yeah.
you know, but I
I
usually
can
don't.
easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think I was someplace and they was like, "Oh, we don't take cash," and I was like, "What?"
Well, some places don't. I mean, it's illegal in most places. You can't do that, but there's some stores that still do it. Some restaurants, even though I think in New York State you can't. You're not supposed to. It's illegal for sure.
Yeah, that's them trying to get around their taxes.
Right.
That's usually what's happening. They're usually trying to say, "Oh, we get robbed," you know, blah blah blah. You're not getting robbed. Yeah. Look at your neighborhood.
Just don't want to report.
Right.
You made 50,000.
But I only report 20. Yeah.
We're not blowing up y'all. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you?
We didn't mention the business. We good.
We don't know anybody that does that. I'm just saying. I don't got to
think about
that
this
pie.
one. This is why like Cash App and all of them are making people pay taxes, businesses,
Right.
and things,
Yeah,
Cash
yeah.
App and stuff. So I mean, the cashless society is right around the corner.
Literally. Yeah.
Because that's how you also control the people. You shut down the banks. It's done. We done.
You know, and that leads to a whole nother thing, you know, with the haves and the have-nots, right? Because now not everybody can access a card,
Right.
you know, even a debit card sometimes. So now let's say you make it a cashless society. What about those folks that can't access, you know, credit or access, you know, just that puts them in a precarious situation, right?
Here's the thing. Even people who are living in poverty have access to cards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because their food stamps come on cards.
Yeah. Oh, true.
But then also,
Yeah.
like,
Good point.
You don't physically, like when I was a kid and we lived in projects, we physically brought money to
Yeah.
the check cash to the housing office to pay our
To
rent.
pay rent, really?
Can't do that no more. You either got to
Wow.
pay online, you got to go to check cashing place, and they send it for you.
Wow.
Even if you have a job, even if
So the
Yeah.
cash transaction is dying. Yeah, it's dying out. I mean, you know, it is a hassle too because you know how you feel when you lose like a 20. Yeah, but
I
you also
agree.
know how you feel excited when you buy.
But there was this person the other day on the news that they found money in the street and the money had fentanyl on it.
oh yeah.
Oh,
And then their whole arm ended up going numb because they just touched.
And
So you
you
can't even find money in the streets.
well, let me tell you something. First of all,
Monkeypox.
monkey
Fentanyl on money.
monkeypox on the
Like-
money. You got coke on the money. Most
Oh
of them.
wait.
Most of them.
whoa,
No.
whoa.
Seriously though. No. True.
No, he
it's
said
true.
fentanyl is.
No.
No. Coke.
Well-
Fentanyl. Coke. Say
Well, coke won't numb you.
I said, well, they
as-
mix
as-
they
as-
mix the shit sometimes. But literally, they said that if you were to test like like every other dollar bill or 20 or whatever, that's why you're gonna probably find some coke or something on
I
there.
believe it.
Yeah, money's one of the most disgusting.
It's dirty. It's
Yeah.
dirty as hell.
So maybe
Just
that's
think, money. Listen, monkeypox can be spread through money.
yeah.
Yeah, just anything that can pass on that germ. So,
Right.
but anyway,
So maybe that's a good reason for them to get rid of the cash paper.
yeah, I don't know if we'll completely ever get away from having something, right? Where because something still has to back something, right? I mean, you still got to trade something.
But the
I mean,
money's
the
not
gold-
backed by
the gold
nothing
will-
now.
It's backed
Well,
by
by gold, yeah.
Mm-mm.
What do you mean?
It's backed by credit. There's no backing behind the U.S. dollar.
There's no more gold standard.
There's no gold. Okay.
What? How much? We don't have trillions of gold.
You know that.
That's why
place-
gold is so valuable.
No, they actually house like
Gold.
Yeah, but we don't have. How much money we have is not equivalent to how much gold we have.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not. I have no idea.
Money gets printed, at whim. We don't have.
I
at
mean, in
whim.
this country,
Well,
it
like-
seems.
No,
No,
yeah,
they can only keep a certain amount in circulation. That's
Yeah.
first and foremost.
Yeah.
And even in the time of inflation, when you want to print more, that can only be at a cap, because if everybody's rich, everybody's poor.
right.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense,
Right.
right? Listen, you know what? This dream that we got here in America.
It's a dream. Dream.
Let me tell y'all, everybody ain't gonna be rich. It just is what it is. You can't. You just. I
Just
mean,
saying.
I'm not trying to knock anybody down, but everybody can't be rich. Somebody got to do the.
Right.
And the good thing is, luckily, not everybody wants to be rich, and not everybody wants to live in the lap of luxury. So it kind of works out a little bit. So
But I think what they also tell us is they don't tell everybody that they can be rich.
that they can be rich.
Yeah, they think, especially us, they make us think that we can't be more than
Than what we already are.
what we
They make us
already
think
at.
that we can look rich.
We can
Right.
look
But don't
rich.
teach us how to become
Yes.
rich.
Right,
Yes.
to actually
Generational
have
wealth
the
and
actual
yeah,
wealth.
financial literacy.
The actual gold. They
Right.
tell you get the paper and not the actual gold. Like
Yeah.
you go actually buy gold and
Gold
that will
bars.
be
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
worth more than the money that you
That's crazy.
had.
That's sad. Crazy. But also
I
exciting.
mean, you can't. You can't. Capitalist.
Hey, listen, you know, if somebody puts a stack of water cash here, you're
Yo,
like,
get to the money.
Let's get this bag. Let's
I'm
get
with
this
it.
bag. I hear you.
Shit.
Anyway, what's next on our list here that we had?
Brittany got 9 years.
Brittany.
Brittany Griner, not Britney
I
Spears.
remember from our last one. Okay, so I got the Britneys mixed up. Two totally different people. I get it, but you know, they're both still in the news. Brittany was kind of locked up. Remember, you know, she was the other one.
Yeah, because she was crazy.
Well, no, apparently.
Oh, can I say crazy? She was mentally
She was
disturbed.
mentally unstable,
Mentally
or
unstable.
so the court
She
found.
was suffering from mental health issues.
Yes, mental illness.
Yes,
yes, not crazy. So yeah, so how's
Psycho.
Brittany doing?
The
The
bastard, she got 9 years. She got convicted of 9 years
so
in prison.
where do you think that's going to go?
I think she gonna do some time.
She gonna do a little bit of time.
Like a year?
She probably won't do the 9. It will be probably some form of prison exchange.
Yeah.
But
but,
she not doing less than a week. Like she
yeah, she gonna do a year.
She not gonna be outside for a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go up to, I don't know. Biden and them don't seem too concerned about.
Well, they're working behind the scenes on stuff because they're trying to also. There's a couple other people over
Right.
there too, right? So I think they're doing stuff behind the scenes. I think this had to happen, and so kind of dies down in the news so that they can kind of do things on the back end. But while it's in the news, you know, Russia has to save face, so you can't be like all, you know, oh, Russia this that, and you're like, yeah, we ain't gonna do nothing. So,
Yeah, because I believe a Russian official came out and it was like, "Yo, when y'all talking like y'all gonna make this
Right.
trade happen?"
right. So it's like we're gonna show you. So now that you know she's sentenced and things have kind of quieted down a little bit, you know, we can you know they can do work under diplomacy.
Right.
And it's
But-
crazy, like, and we're concerned about that type of sentencing overseas, and here in the U.S. we got Ronald Hammond, who was sentenced for 20 years for having a $5 bag of weed,
Yeah, I remember you said that. That's crazy.
and Alan Russell, who got sentenced for life for having 1.5 kilos of weed. And it's crazy because now weed is legal.
Legal.
So
Right.
it's like, what are they
Well,
sentencing
well, not federally legal.
them? Right, not federally. Right.
Yeah.
And then not every state
Right.
has it legal either. And then even within states,
There's
like in New York
limitations.
State, it's technically not legal. New York City is technically not legal. It was just like we really just ain't gonna look at you too much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have up to a certain amount.
Right.
you know.
And do they really have the resources to be, you know, policing all that too? I mean,
They will amongst our community.
They have amongst our community, which is why we got those sentences.
well, Al, I mean, you had a point about, you know, incarceration in our
Mhm.
our own country.
Hmm.
You know, so we're talking about overseas. You know, Brittany Grine there, but what about you know stuff
Right
that's
here.
happening here?
Right.
You know?
I think we talked about this before. There was a study that came out a little while ago called $1 Million Blocks.
Yeah.
And they talked about in certain zip codes in Brooklyn, anybody connected to the criminal justice system, whether it's the probation officer, the cop, the corrections officer,
Mhm.
the law didn't make a difference. On average, those people were making $1 million in overtime per block.
What? Wow.
Getting that
Corrupt.
money.
They were just getting so much money off of us being incarcerated for drugs, for guns, for all types of stuff. Recidivism, you know, messing up in parole, getting dragged back
Right.
in for whatever reason, missing your parole appointment, getting
Yeah.
locked back up, missing your P cup, getting locked
Right.
back up.
Yeah, the jail system is basically human
Business.
trafficking.
Yeah.
So we're talking about. So here we are talking about you know stuff going on in other countries
Mhm.
when we're doing the same thing over here or worse,
Right.
Right.
right?
Because
To
you
our
know,
own
To
citizens.
our own
Right.
citizens. Right. Right.
So
Right.
when people look at, you know, me always going historical, when you look at the Constitution, you look at the amendment that ends slavery, it literally is one sentence.
Yeah.
And all it says is neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime,
Really.
shall exist within these jurisdictions or any place within these United States or any place subject to its jurisdiction.
Huh. That's interesting. So, do you remember they had debtors prison?
Hmm.
So and they got. I mean, that's gone now, right? But was that kind of the? Is
Which
that,
prison? I'm sorry. say that again.
debtors prison. So
Debtors
they would people would be locked up for having.
Oh, for debt. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so
word,
it's
when
kinda-
when
yeah.
was
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
I mean,
The country's inception almost.
yeah.
That was big.
It was
Oh.
big.
Because
Like-
because also those debtors, this is how you got them to work.
Yeah.
They were indentured servitude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Indentured servitude. So this
Right,
site got them to work and do all your business for you.
I didn't think in America had indentured servants. I
Yeah.
thought that was.
Oh yeah.
No, no,
I
no.
thought that's why they ran from.
Mm-mm.
Oh, they had their own version.
America had indentured servitude. Yeah. Which is when slavery comes into play here in America, you have to base it on race because the indentured servant who's a white person, you're in the same status as the black person.
Yeah.
Right.
But the difference is an indentured servant at that point in time, before America's own country, still has rights connected to England.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also
Yeah.
it's easy for them to escape because you just escape and run among the white people.
Yeah.
Right.
And blend right in.
Like I don't got no job like y'all.
I ain't working for 7 years for you. Out of here.
But yeah, I mean that's crazy though. That's so I mean going back to what you said earlier. That's I just kind of just triggered that in my head. When you said that about but so is that still law? Is that
That's the Constitution.
wow? But we forgot that.
We forgot that one piece.
How convenient.
We forgot that one piece.
Yeah.
Let's hope Clarence Thomas don't.
Oh, Clarence. Let's not talk about Clarence, and not because I like him.
Let's hope he not trying to visit that piece.
Well, he
We're not
needs
gonna
to
go
visit
there.
that piece. That piece needs to be taken out.
That
It needs to be amended for that amendment.
Yeah, let's put him in.
We don't want him to be in charge of that.
But
But
yeah.
free Britney though.
Free Britney.
That's that's sad that to have to do that amount of time in another country
Right.
Very sad.
for such a
Small infraction.
Small, yeah, it just seems so ridiculous to me,
Right.
the whole
Small
thing.
infraction.
But now she's a prisoner of war, like you said.
right.
But
So-
that's
Like
unfortunate.
I can't even imagine. Like you open up the bag, like, man, throw that out. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
basically.
it's like when we get to the
Yeah,
airport. Oh, I
yeah.
still have water in my bag. Throw that out. Oh, my
Well,
lotion's too big. Throw that out. Like in our minds, this is how we're treating it.
Right.
But-
Even if I had weed, I'd be like, throw it away. I ain't going to share. Like, keep it.
I mean, but which makes me think, was that like a premeditated, let me go after her because
It had to be. They had to know her stature and.
well, she's been going there for a while,
Oh, yeah,
so that's
for a
the other
while.
thing. That's what I'm saying. It
And
has
that's
to
what
be
you said before,
premeditated.
right?
Yeah.
She was playing
She's
for
playing,
them.
yeah,
Which
For
is
years.
crazy.
So my thing is, I'm sure she's carried this stuff with her before.
Yeah.
There's no way she hasn't carried it before. So for all of a sudden now you're gonna arrest her, it had some. There's some politics involved in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's unfortunate. Brittany, we love you.
Definitely love you, Brittany.
Hopefully
Free Britney.
free Brittany,
Griner.
Brittany Griner.
Keep Britney
Britney Spears, we love you too, but I'm glad
Her
you're
name in the
free.
streets. Keep her name in the streets.
Yes, Brittany Griner.
Absolutely. What about TikTok?
Well, we're talking about TikTok again. What was my
Old people.
We
Ah!
we established that we're too old to.
Now let me tell you something. Now,
Well, Allie's on TikTok.
I'm on
I
TikTok.
am, but I don't post a lot.
So
I don't even have an account.
You don't have an account at all?
No.
So I don't post, but I find myself
Scrolling.
sitting on there for like hours to the point where they have these. For those of you who are on TikTok, they have people that pop up now that tell you that hey, you've been on here for a long time, and I get probably like 4 of those. Hey, you've been on here for a long time, and I'm like, yep, bye. Let me continue. But it's a really addictive thing on there. But look. The other day, like when we first started, I was trying to do this live thing. I'm on here now, but that took a while for me to get used to how to do live. Say hi, JP.
What up, y'all?
That's Groucho.
I see the low bucket low, but fucking dough.
Listen, we're
Bars.
you know what? We're in our summer gear because it's hot as hell outside. It's hot and humid. Like
It's almost
literally.
100 degrees today.
100
New York
degrees.
City.
Like it literally is 100 degrees. So
But did you know with TikTok, what I want y'all to know, both of y'all since y'all on it, that if you read the terms of service, they pretty much have access to your computer. Like even your other files that you're using.
I'm not surprised.
But if you think about it, right? There's so many things on your phone and so many other applications that
Yeah.
you use that have the same
Yeah, privacy.
capability,
Yeah,
the same privacy issues,
yeah.
or capabilities.
Facebook, IG
They
was
have
part of
access to all your
Facebook.
contacts. They
Yeah.
got access to all.
That's how my boy, he be like, yo, yeah, I deleted this to throwing them off the trail. Like, you didn't throw nobody
Oh
off
yeah,
the
they're
trail.
throwing them off jail. They're following you.
Yeah,
You know, like those drones that are over your head and they bombing places.
like they know you deleted that. They know you like that. They know you. They know when you scroll and you just
Yeah.
looking at something. That's what TikTok in their terms of service too says. They'll tell you like, yo, even if you don't touch nothing and you just looking at something, they have access and the rights to.
And I gotta tell you though, as
You like that shit, right?
I love technology because of the convenience of it, right? Because I do like that it learns, hey, this is what I like, this is what I want to see,
I
and
don't
it
like
kind of
that.
tailors it. But at the same time, it's invasive.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't. And you're limiting me to be this person now.
Yeah.
Suppose you're not allowing me to see other things that I might find interesting
Outside
Right.
of
Yeah, like you
But there's a documentary out on Netflix. I got to think of the name, and it talks about just the metaverse, and it talks about like artificial intelligence
Yeah.
and how there are these algorithms that one, if we say, hey, Gintv,
Yeah.
and we just talk about it, it's gonna pop up on all of our phones.
right.
But then also what they do is after a time,
Mhm.
they start figuring out these are people who you have not interacted with,
Right.
that especially on Facebook that you haven't seen it, so they know to throw these people your
Oh,
way
so
too.
it's
Like,
learning. Yeah.
be like, damn, I really haven't spoken to JP in or looked on JP's page in like a year. They're gonna throw JP at you.
And I
But
don't mind
on
that.
the same token, that's how they used to be. But now it seems like if you don't never look in that person's page, you're never gonna see their stuff. Because I see the same people's stuff over and over
Well,
and over and over.
That's a
again.
great point, Groucho, because IG. So if you notice, so I only watch certain people's stories on there. If you don't watch other people, it literally kind of pushes them to the back. So I'll never, to your point,
Right.
I'll never watch their stories
Right.
because it only pulls up the people up front
Right.
that I'm usually on the most. Yeah. So that's a really good point. That's a
Yeah,
very very
so
good point.
it's like, yo, stop try. It feels like another form of control, which it is. And
Well, I don't know because you can just turn it off.
But you're gonna use this control to point out bad
I mean,
August 20th.
put that in your put that in your
Day
algorithm.
party.
Put that in your algorithm. Put that in your algorithm. That doesn't pattern
Oh,
works.
put that on your TikTok.
Listen, how many of y'all out there got TikTok and IG and all that stuff? Listen, we all love
we
it.
can't get away from it because you
I
said
mean-
turn it off. You can't. And
I mean, yeah, because you're like, I'm bored. 5 minutes, and I can't.
and you out the loop is like, when back in the
Oh,
days,
yeah.
missing TV shows like, yo, you didn't see In Living Color last night. You're like,
Well,
oh,
just like
man.
I missed some of those things that you said. Like, if you don't send them to me, or if I'm not on there, I'm not gonna know shit.
Right.
So So now you're not in the know.
Right.
So it kind of puts you in this like weird, situation of like,
What's
well,
also dope about TikTok and like other social media platforms, like TikTok also have like these live people that come on and talk about real estate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some weirdos that just scratch lotto tickets and people watch that.
people what?
I
It's
swear to God, I've seen it. I'm like, so you just sit here watch somebody else win money? How does that work? Like that's
what
just
about
dumb.
the food ones? People just sitting there watching people eat.
Now the best one is the like my son in the games. Like, yo, you're watching somebody else play a game. Like, why?
Well, how exciting is that?
like, what? Like when I was a kid, I'd be pissed. Like, like, yo, can I jump in?
Yeah, I'm like, I want to play.
I got next. Like that was
well,
the big thing. Like,
that
I
goes
got
to the
next.
metaverse now, right? Because now they can all interact now,
Right.
right?
With each
Right.
other in
They
different
can be each
parts
other.
of
The
the world.
problem is now,
I can't lie. I do kind of like the metaverse. I haven't.
yeah, I haven't done anything with it, but there's going to be an issue though with policing that because now I've heard stories about abuse, right? Some people are
There's
like
been sexual abuse.
sexual abuse, like so. But where's
And
the
imagine,
line though?
imagine
Like,
when COVID hits the metaverse and you gotta.
the monkeypox. You got the monkeypox in the metaverse.
But there's also this new app that's coming out specifically for children, and it's kind of like I think it's called Be Real or something like
Yeah.
that. And what it'll do is it'll send a message on a kid's phone to just say, take a picture of what you're doing right now, so that people aren't used to just being dressed up and glammed up. And
Yeah,
living
yeah.
a fabulous life on social media. You're just supposed to stop in a moment and just take a picture of what it is you're doing right now,
Oh.
so people can understand like this is our real lives. like
Without the
not out
makeup,
here.
without the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people gonna front on that and they gonna run to doing their best thing. Like, oh, them.
But it only gives you a couple of minute frame to do it. So you can't just hop on whenever you want.
So you don't got time
when
to
they
do
send that
all.
notification. It's like, yeah, you got 2 minutes. Show me what you're doing.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
and
kinda
it's for
interesting.
it's for small kids, so they
Yeah.
won't become narcissistic or
Yeah.
develop self-esteem problems.
Yeah, because you know what? I gotta tell you, like I love watching those ones where people show like this is me on IG this way, and this is me in real life. It's a complete different like look. I mean, there's some ugly people out there,
Yeah.
you know.
There's some other people.
I mean, and it's not that they're necessarily ugly, right? You got so used to seeing them in this particular way,
Or with the filters.
with the
and stuff, like,
filters and
come
the.
on,
So
we
when
know.
you see them, you're like, oh my god, what is this? You know, monkeypox. But
Well, with me, this is when you see me, I'm gonna be just like
it's
this.
how I look all the
Yes.
time. Great
Just
guys.
like
I look
this.
fantastic all the time. I'm just saying.
You
Whoa.
know, I'm
Into
probably
the
gonna
camera.
be around these same people. You know, so
Yep. You're gonna
this
catch
is
us
real
three the
life.
hard way.
This
This is real life. We look good. We look good no matter what. Like
Yeah.
all types of light. Well, maybe not all types of light, but you know, I look good in dim lighting. But
Cameron got it mapped out.
you look good in the after hour spots.
I do. In dim lighting. Don't see me in the morning.
Around the monkey.
Anyway. Do we have anything else on our list of topics we wanted to talk about?
We got Trump burying
Oh, Lord.
his wife in his golf resort.
I'm gonna let you run with this one because this is
You told me.
all right. So you know, okay. So look, so on Trump's golf course in Jersey, at Westminster or Bedminster.
Around golf, what's it? Course 9, hole 9.
Oh, I have no idea. Is that where she buried? Right on hole 9, the ninth hole. So basically, having a cemetery on your property is a tax. It's some sort of tax break. So
Can't you just bury the dog there? Like, why it gotta be like the ex one? Like, I don't just.
So
I mean,
she
I
can-
get it, but that's crazy.
It's crazy, right? So you know, but rich people can do it. It's not illegal. So you bury her on there. Like she takes a lot of taxes. Like you know they have the inheritance taxes
Right.
and all that. She buries this person on your property. It's a cemetery. You can do things with that. You don't have to pay those taxes. It's crazy.
So I really want to know if
But
this
I
lady
just know,
was.
how do I feel as a golfer?
No,
There's a dead.
like, oh, now you got to putt over her grave.
Well,
Like,
so I do think I think there is a separate section.
still, I wouldn't feel comfortable golfing.
But it is a little weird.
But what if
though.
you hit the golf ball and it hits her tomb?
And it's
like,
yeah,
you
it's
understand? Like,
hey, Ivana, good to see you. Come again.
that's crazy.
Come
I just want to know what book was she coming out with to make her fall down a flight of stairs in her house to die?
You know,
Like, let's discuss that.
let's discuss that because
She was coming out with a book. I don't even know why she fell down the flight of. Oh, 'cause she.
she fell down the stairs. She died from blunt force to the torso. What the?
Yeah.
Falling down the stairs?
Listen, I understand
like
she
that.
was.
Like, I'm like, how did she fall?
Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ivana.
Let's go back to the man on the ride.
Like-
Hold on.
Okay, so which is worse? Is Ivana falling down and dying from falling on her stomach? Or the guy literally falling out the damn, thing? I don't know.
But think about this, like, I understand that she was, elderly.
She was elderly. She was having some issues.
like in
yeah.
the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like I get it, and got to be careful, but that's just weird.
There's something a little weird about it. I mean,
We gotta see these steps. What the steps look like? I want to see these steps. Release the photos of these steps.
release. I want to see these steps, people, because but I mean, listen. I watch a lot of Forensic Files. I fall asleep to that stuff, and people die all kinds of ways. I've
He
never
wakes
seen
up
somebody.
at BBC and falls asleep to forensics.
I do. BBC, Forensic Files.
You trying to kill somebody?
Unsolved
ain't
mystery.
you?
I'm not trying to kill anybody, but this makes no sense. I have never seen anybody die of blunt force trauma to falling down the stairs on their stomach.
I can see the head.
The head.
But even so, like, my whole thing is like, oh, I don't want you to fall. You probably got some big joint where there's an elevator in your joint, like inside
that
your
building,
apartment.
yeah, because it's
Not even the building, like inside the apartment.
Yeah.
I can't, with all of that supposed money.
Yeah, I
like,
think
but
she did.
R.I.P.
I think there was an elevator in there, so I don't know why she's going down those stairs.
R.I.P.
She went down those stairs.
Boy, who sent her down the stairs?
Who sent it down the stairs? And then they found the coffee, spilled coffee cup. So did it break? This all makes no sense. I mean, this all makes no sense. Listen, Trump, we got an eye on you.
See, they running
I mean,
down
I ain't
on
watching shit.
you. See, they running down on you guys. They running
Trump,
down on you
I'm
guys.
watching you. Come to
I ain't
BK.
got
Come
enough-
to BK, son.
I ain't got enough money to watch you, bro. You
But you
just
know,
don't be president again.
God bless Ivana's soul. Rest your
RP,
soul, Ivana.
RP Ivana. RP
You know, but that's unfortunate. I feel like somebody took you out, and we're gonna find out.
Who? Well,
Ivana.
JP, I'm not invested in nothing.
JP,
I'm
you're not
throw
gonna
that
look.
joke out there. Keep
Listen,
it moving.
I'm all for Ivana. Listen, you know, I didn't know you, but we're gonna look into this.
Let's talk about the black lady that died.
Ahura. Yes.
I hate her name so much. Like,
So Lieutenant Ahura. So for you Trekkies
why
out
did
there,
they call her Lieutenant? Oh,
well, it's UHOR or something.
URA.
Uhura. Uhura.
You
but,
black
you know,
lady,
she was
wow.
a big star on the first Star Trek with William Shatner and all that. So she died recently.
I hated Star Trek.
I don't call myself a Trekkie, but I like sci-fi. So I used to watch it. As corny as it was, I watched it all the time. And
I
actually,
did like one of their movies.
I watched it too.
the old school one.
Yeah,
or
the
you
old
watched
school.
the-
I hated the old school.
So listen, she was a big deal. I mean, she broke a lot of barriers.
Barriers,
People
yeah.
don't realize that. So that's why I wanted to kind of mention her too, because
No, definitely salute
you
to
know
the fact.
it's Star Trek, but there's a lot of big things being
Connected
a
to
black
it,
woman
yeah.
that
Yeah,
she did.
I think
on
I
that
seen a
time.
story where she like sponsored like some black scientists,
Mhm.
And she did a lot. She did a lot. You know,
astronauts.
Astronauts.
Yeah.
yeah, Astra. You know, so you know, big ups to her and you know, condolences to her family.
But the subliminal thing about them calling her
Ahura,
Ahura,
Lieutenant Ahura.
I do, in our last couple of seconds, I do remember watching a special. You know, I'm always the nerd, watching a special about the subliminal messages in Star Trek. Because what they did, remember the Asian guy?
Yeah. Oh,
He never had a lover.
Takai. Yeah.
He never had a lover because they wanted Asians to feel like they wasn't sexy, they weren't romantic. And that was the
Oh.
goal, the look or the feel they wanted for the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. I
Because
didn't know
Star
that.
Trek, you
he
gotta-
was, listen, he was taking anything down. Green people, didn't make a difference.
He slept with
People
everybody.
with tentacles, women with tentacles. It did not make a difference what alien came through.
He was a
He was
horror.
shooting his shot. Right.
I love you, William. William Shatner, we love you.
See Star Trek. Open your eyes, people. Open your eyes.
Anyway, guys,
On that note,
on that note, Groucho,
Another great one.
gentlemen,
lovely seeing you all.
Ali.
Deuces, everybody.
Gintv.
Getting it in.
We getting it in.
We getting it in.